Oh, good morning, Dharma brothers and sisters. How are you? Uh, Now, since 3 weeks, I think around 3 weeks, we stopped to study the short Ngondro. Today we again start. So hope you are well and with the generate the bodhicitta. So we are going to continue this short Ngondro. The short Ngondro, I'm not really explain the detailed way. It is not necessary. Already our precious teacher Pater Rinpoche, he kindly explained, and I think this is enough. Even if I try to explain a detailed way, one is my English is not enough, and one reason is this is a very short, how to say, condensed or very short way practice. So the short practice, if you detail a long explanation, then maybe also difficult to keep in mind. Remember that. That's why now I'm going to just explain a little bit with how we practice Ngondro. If we do the meditation, how we do this way, which is I have experience, I did already, of course. That's why I'm now trying to explain the way of practice Ngondro. So before we start our teaching, today there's some questions. The first question is how to visualize the channels during Dorji Senpa practice and chakras when the Amrita follows down. Yeah, this is the chakras. Sometimes we are talking about 4 chakras, sometimes 5, sometimes 6. Anyway, the Vajasarva, during the practice of Vajasarva, is only we practice or visualize the 4 chakras, which is the crown of your head, 1 chakra, and throat, there's 1 chakra, and at the level of our heart, and there's 1 chakra, and also at the level of our navel, there's 1 chakra. The chakras, how many, for example, the branch of the chakras here, how many channels, there's channels of hints or channels. Only we given some numbers, only like these 4 chakras. Reality, the branch, I think is a lot of. Sometime in Buddhist philosophy, when we're talking about specifically the channels, it's countless. I mean, it's a lot of. So thousand and thousand is very difficult to explain and also memorize. maybe it's not necessary memorize as well. This is you can imagine also, for example, in the sign test also, they sometimes they talking about the channels, the veins or channels. I think it's the same. They said scientists in our body, the human being's body, if you did all the channels like big, like rough, and like very tiny, small, all if we connect and make like one field, then they said like this is one human being's channel can encircle in our world 4 times. Our world like a ball, this world is they said like 3 or 4, I forgot, but anyways, like something amazing they are talking about. Maybe this is true. The scientists, they're very quite precise, and they analyze very sharply, as possible. And also they said around the brain, the channels, if you make like connect and they like make field, one line, this like a few thousand kilometers only in the head or the around the brain. So you can imagine there's a lot of chakras is possible, and also a lot of channels. So it's countless. We cannot count, but it's not necessary also. Maybe it's not a benefit if you are something like a doctor, then maybe we need. But before the doctors also maybe not necessary to all of them knows. Anyway, we need some like according to our practice. That is important for us. What we have to imagine. This is when we recite Dorji Sempa the Vajasarva's 100 syllable mantra. That times mainly we imagine or visualize in our body the 4 chakras, chakra wheel or something. This is the one, the first, we can say first is in the crown of your head is the wheel of great bliss. So when we are visualize the Vajasarva in our both of our head, and this armita is slowly it's drop. Yes, it's come from the 100 syllable when we recite and focus on it. Then it's slowly the armata is drop. This armata slowly come from Dorji Senpai and to enter in our from the head, and this is first in the first chakra, which is in the crown. This is normally we said this chakra is they have how to say the branch is like 32 channels, 32 radial channels. It's like a turn downwards, similar like this. The chakras, some of chakras turn a little bit downward. Some of chakra is turn this upward. So this the crown of our head, this wheel of chakra, this is like 32 channels which is turned downward. First, we feel slowly this the amita or nectar, which is come from the 100 syllable, is full of this chakra. Okay. When the full of this chakra, that time is we have to think or we have to imagine. Then so we received the power, the empowerment. Like there's a four empowerment. The first is the vase empowerment we received that time, and also at the same time, or the chakra, this field of the Armita, then is we, how to say, purified the karmic obscurations, the four obscurations. One of these karmic obscurations at that time is we purified. We can like imagine, like visualize about like this, and also the four joys. You know, also the I think there's some questions about the ha 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 ha. This like four ha. Some is like it's representative. This four is representative for immeasurable and for joys. Something like they're talking about. This is also I think there's one questions. Anyway, this is going with together here. It's maybe better. So that's times when you full of our the crowned chakra is full of the nectar or amrita, then that's times you think the karmic obscuration is purified, and also we have got or we received or we have been, or I don't know, it's a joy, and also that at that time is we established in our mind, you can say something like the Nirmakaya. So this each chakra we feel of the nectar or amitas. We have to imagine this like a different four things. The four things we can say. One is we received one empowerment. One is we purified one obscurations. One is we have got or we have been, or I don't know how to say how do you say in English, but in this way like joy. One of them the four joys, and one is we established the one of the four kayas the each time. Then it's easy after. Then slowly this is more coming through the this main channel. Then through main channel slowly coming to the throat. In throat we have also there's a will of enjoyment. We can say will of enjoyment. Anyway, this is one the chakra, the channel. There's we have the 16 radial channels, which is turned upward. There's one crown in the throat. There's something like this. One is upward, one is the downwards. Then slowly these channels like fill with this nectar, and then at those times we can also imagine, or now I received something like the secret empowerment, and also I purified the obscuration of negative emotions, and also like the four enjoyment. The one of enjoyment is like a supreme enjoyment. Then this like four kayas. This one of them is the Sambhokaya. Established in me is the Sambhokaya. You can think. Then this is slowly. Again, it's like and this nectar is slowly mainly through the main channel. The channel we call Sauma. Awadati, maybe sometimes they say Awadati. Then this is coming to that level of the heart. At the level of heart, we have this will. This is we call the Dharma will. But anyway, this is like 8 radial channels turned downwards. Again, this is downwards. Then at that time, when we feel with nectars, this chakra Then we receive we purified the conceptual abstractions, and also we established in our mind the Dharmakaya. Also, of course, the one of in joy is this is we called spatial joy. Okay, each time we imagine or visualize this like something a result which we are doing with this nectar, feel of our the channels, chakras. Then we received something. We purified something. This is important, and then slowly go down. Now this is at the level of your navel. There's one chakra which is called like the wheel of manifestation with the 64 radials, the radial or the channels. Maybe this is 64 channels which is turn upwards. So it's easy. When first is downward, then second upward, third downward, fourth is upward. It's very easy way. Maybe it's not necessary always thinking these numbers also when you visualize. I mean, when you study, yes, but when you visualize, we don't need to this all of thinking the numbers, or, the size or the forms. Maybe not really necessary. At that time, the like levels your channel or the chakra fill of the by the nectar. Then you think, oh, now I received the power empowerment. It's a word empowerment, and also I purified totally abstraction of the habitual tendencies. You can think, and also wow, now it's co-emergency joy. That's joy is special joy, very special joy, the co-emergency joy. You can say. And also you establish it in my mind now is the Svabhavika Kaya, in Tibetan we call it. So this is like a 4 chakras, mainly it's the 4 chakras. If you can think or visualize, this is I think it's mainly important. But if you cannot really think one by one chakras, then maybe it's also possible you can think this nectars going through all the channels, then all purified, all the negative or karmic or obscurations or whatever you say, this all the negative things. Maybe first you can focus this way also is possible. That is the first the answer. I hope it's useful or helps. Then is the second one is the 100 syllable mantra. There's a ha ha ha. Oh yeah, 4th stage of attainment. Could you please clarify them? This is maybe I can't say. Maybe not as necessary you visualize at the same time when you recite the 100 syllable like a ha ha ha, because it's a ha 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 is 1 second. In 1 second, you cannot visualize all of them. Also, this is a ha 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 is like a representative. They said like 4 empowerment, 4 joys, and 4 like gayas. This is like representative. It's not necessary at that time to visualize all of them. I mean, during this ha ha ha, for this ha ha ha, it's 1 second. In 1 second, maybe it's impossible for us to visualize all of them. Maybe also not necessary. That's why I explained this like 4 chakras. We connected with like 4 empowerment, 4 enjoyment or joyment, yes, enjoy or joy, and also for this kayas. Then it's more easy during when we recite whole syllable, 100 syllable, whole again repeat. That time you slowly this visualization slowly 1 by 1 you can go this way. It's not necessary in ha 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 ha. Visualize all of them like empower for empowerment, and also there's the four immeasurables. For immeasurable, maybe this also is somewhere this connected. I mean, explain about this ha ha ha. And normally this ha ha ha, this four is explained. They connected always like for enjoyment. For enjoyment. In Tibetan we call like Jatik religion. Means like we normally we have like a Gava Jatik, 16 enjoyment. 16 enjoyment, Jatik religion means Jatik shell. Shell is half. And shell again shell. So it's half and half. So that means like 16 enjoyment, half is 8. Then half 8, so half is like 4. So this is like a condense or maybe make resume together. This the 16 enjoyment is become like a 4 enjoyment. This is with Sheshil Trilligens. Clearly, that's this times what we have to understand. This like perfect joy. This is perfect joy, which is like a union of bliss and emptiness, or with the bliss and the emptiness. I'm not really sure, but this is like a enjoyment we condensed all together, or the 16 enjoyment we resume. Then it's like mainly for enjoyment. For enjoyment is which is the essence of enjoyment. What this is like a union of bliss and emptiness. That's why the end ho ha 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 ho is something like we are asking invocation request to have to receive in our mind streams. You know this the Buddhas who is already like have got realization, the Buddhas. There always remains like remain all the phenomena. They realize that all the essence of phenomena. So this is like a pure land and pure deities. This essence is like pure. There's nothing impure things. So all is pure. That's why this all the Buddhas remain all the time, and if 3 or 4 times you can say like all the times, remain with joy enjoyment. Maybe it doesn't make sense. Of course, Buddha is never suffering. Buddha is not suffering. They have, yeah, you can say also Buddhas have already like this for enjoyment, for gayas, the extra. And if you think in ourselves also, we are now practitioner. We can say we are follower Buddhas, practitioners. So also we can think the when the wisdom nectar, which is like a drop, and this like pervade in our body, in our channels, slowly. This is like a how to say through this the 3 doors we can purify obscurations from these 3 doors, and also have this the 4 enjoyments. When we receive or achieved the wisdom of the 4 empowerments through this, then we have also through this. No, this is like come from where? This is come from like a joy of actions. When we received nectars, is we have feeling this enjoyment. This is like four joys, joy, supreme joy, or something like that. Through this joyment, also we receive for the empowerment, something like the connected. So the end of this whole means something. This all the empowerments and the joys. That is like we request, which is accomplished on me or in my mind, something like this. But this is not very clear. Sorry, its explanation is not very clear. But I think this you can also search the other the explanations. There's many explanations about this 100 syllables. Then one thing I want to say, for example, when you recite, not only these 100 syllables, when we recite the mantras, this is maybe not necessary to think this meaning. Okay, there's Om. What's meaning Om? We think about this. Maybe it's not necessary. The necessary things is that times we visualize what is the function this mantras. From mantras, what we have to visualize. The function, something we receive or something we purify, that is also important. And also like all this, how to say, levels, different, there's like for immeasurables and for the joys, for the kayas or something like this. Already I mentioned during this ha ha ha, it's impossible. Even we say ha 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 ha, still it's difficult to imagine all of them at the same time. That's why it's not necessary. Ha 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 ha, meaning what? Or there's a four joy, four, baba, four. Maybe not necessary. We think when the nectars flow in our body, drop, then it's a feel of the chakras. When we chakras feel of, and it's purified this chakra, that's times what we received, what we something like established. It's not maybe realized that something, but something like established, something we ready. You can say like ready now. So this is maybe it's necessary. This is second. Third one is in the Dorji Sempa. There is deity mantra samadhi. Last line. What is the meaning of this? As this already after the dissolution. I don't know. This I don't get this meaning. If it's a dissolution, still we are not there. Maybe it's slowly coming. Who is asking this one? Maybe you will received this explanation. I don't know. Maybe not. And the fourth is how to complete the mandala. Okay, these are, it looks like not really question. This is your intelligent way you ordered me. Why I say like this? Because still we are not reached this mandala and povas. It's coming. So your question's already there. That means maybe when you reach there, you explained about this way. This is an intelligent way ordered. But that's fine. We are family. You can order me. Sometimes I can order to you. That's no problem. Anyway, that's I'm joking. Okay. Now, we are now the Vajasarvas practice. Half is already gone. Means the visualize about this 100 syllables. That is already gone. Now is the 6 syllables. So first the flow of nectar purifying our this illnesses, and negative forces, and the evil action and obscurations. This is already before gone. Then you can imagine that your body has now become transparent. It's not like before. Before it's impure. It's like flesh, blood, extra. Maybe it's better to not detail all of our body. There's not really, how to say, like clean things. And now it's totally you purified, cleaned up. So now it's transparent inside and out. Our bodies become like what my perfect teacher say. Our body become like one, like very clear bottle is filled up with milk. So that means like outer, inner, all is there's nothing impure things. All is pure and white, similar like Dorji Senpai's body. Then now you visualize going to change until now it's our body. Now you are going to change. Then you, of course, you are continuous. You pray this the Vajasarva and visualize your body this way. Then at the same time, or the suddenly Dorji Senpai, which is sitting above your head, is said fortune one. Now all your negative actions, obscurations, all now is purified. Something like you imagine you can receive this with voice, a nice voice from the Dorji Senpai. And he say like this at the same time, like he also is melt into the light, like becomes light, already is light, but melt in light and dissolve into you. Dorji Senpai slowly dissolve. Like before, something like a drop or dissolve the nectars above you to in your channels. Now this Dorji Senpai himself is become like dissolve in light, into light. Then light is dissolved into you. That time, yourself now is transformed. Before it's your form. Your now is the current form, which we have now. But now it's you are become Vajasarva. Visualize him like same like before Vajasarva, only without the consort. Before you with consort, now it's without consort. That is different. Then you recite also Umbandra Satohun, because Umbandra Satohun in your heart, there's one these 6 syllables. You visualize the 6 syllables. 6 syllables, different colors. Like Om is the white, Kar Sermar is Om. Then Bandar is the yellow, Bandar Sa is the red, To is the junk is green, and Hong is which is the middle. This is like a blue. Then you visualize from these 6 syllables. The lights is coming out. Lights coming out is also the different colors. And slowly you recite the lights more and more and more and more. Then this end of the lights also you can visualize more. This like offering the deities. How to say? Let's say it like goddesses or offering deities. The offering deities also they burn many offering things, substance, different things, very nice, very pure. For example, we say their hands so also a lot of something like countable, innumerable offerings, such as the 8 auspicious symbols and all the 7 royal attributes. Or you can say like flowers, like frangot, or something like the perfumes, or any kind uh, offerable, something like it can be often things. So you, as much as you can visualize, especially this wheels, dharma wheels, and the conch, your dharma conch, you can say these things also. You often this all buy from this the goddesses, and this is often everywhere. The 10 direction Buddha field, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and also their delight when you offer these things, something like Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, is extremely like happy. Of course, they are not happy something like I received this. Not like we are received like a nice tea, a nice coffee, or nice maybe sandwiches, or how I received. Especially we are hungry or thirsty, so we're so happy. Not like this way, but the way is like, oh, someone's doing really positive things for the others. Something this way is the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas very, very happy and rejoice. Through this Buddha's delight or happy, then we also completing our the accumulations, and also we purified our the obscurations. Normally, of course, we imagine this purified our the obscurations, but this time also you can do again. This is nothing like say there's no too much. I mean, again and again we have to do. That's very important. Then the old Buddha's compassion and their blessings, all the positive things come back like streaming, or like how to say, like a cloud, or the rays that come back from the Buddhist sarvas. Is this come from this is like different colors. Now it's a dissolve or touch into ourself. Let's come back. Now this is, for example, the first to be different colors we offer. Now this the color we offer, which is come back with the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, the blessing and the compassions, and come back to ourselves, dissolve in ourselves. At the same time, the result, what is we attain the supreme and common accomplishment. You can say like a CD. We can receive the CD. CDs like 4 levels of Vijayadhara. You can say any kind whatever you can think the result. Okay, like ultimate result, or just the common result, something like that is we can imagine. This is we call normally is this visualization established the connection through which you will realize the Dharmakaya and benefit yourself, you can say. This is in word my perfect teacher explained. What does it mean like yourself? Benefit yourself, because these times first we offer this all the substance which is a pure substance through our goddess, or through our this light. We offer this 4 direction, 10 direction Buddhas Bodhisattvas. Then 10 direction Buddhas Bodhisattvas, compassion and blessing. These are come back to into ourselves. Then we is totally purified all the obscurations, and all so we received like empowerment, and also like the established like the the four kayas. So that's why this is we called like benefit ourselves. This is like a first step. Then second step, again, we continue recite Umbanza Satohon. Again, the light is to go out as innumerable hundreds and thousands of multicolored. Now it's more and more powerful, multicolored lights, light rays is go out, and it's the this is like a touch. You can say like a touch. All the living beings, sentient beings, who is living, living in these six realms. If you can't do all of them, now as much as you try to like vast, but maybe first the six realms, everything may be difficult. First, maybe just you think around you in this world. Maybe this also. Here maybe I want to say also this in the questions. What can we do about this short Ngondro? We are practicing like long Ngondro or I think these questions. Yes, short Ngondro we can practice when we visualize during the short Ngondro exactly same like long Ngondro if you can. This is important. Short is just for make short for us like the time. It's not like a make short visualization and make short for the recitation and the meditation. The meditation visualization these are the same like the Longchen, but only we don't need to read all of them. This is like make a short time. We don't have time. We are busy always. Day and night we are busy. That's why Rinpoche is concerned our life. That's why all our life, the busy life, he concerned about this. He understand. Then he make more. It's easy to how to say make have more time for the recite and also meditation. Maybe something I can say. Otherwise, it's the same. Like also, is you can always check in the Wood My Perfect Teacher. It's explained everything is clearly, so you can imagine or visualize or practice meditate as the same like what is explained in the Wood My Perfect Teacher. And also here, so I want to say this through this question also the for example, there's many different visualization in the Ngondro. First, like a refugee, after the bodhicitta, then like Vajrasattva. Now, slowly there's more like mandala, or also it's short Ngondro. We especially have Mepowa, and also this Lami Nanjuru, like Guru Yoga. Many things we visualize. This also take long time. So I don't have this time. Can I visualize only one thing? These questions. Yes, I cannot give you as a permission, okay? I'm not owner of this the Ngondro. But anyway, I can say, maybe yes, which you are now is reciting, completing, I think so, completing. If you are completing the first, the refugee, then it's most you focus, visualize is more precise, is like this refugee. Then others, maybe you don't have time. That's true. You are busy. I'm busy. You are busy. Everybody is busy. So maybe it's difficult. Then you go like read just a few recite and you read through. But it doesn't mean you don't need to anything think. Okay, just now okay, during this refugee, I received the precisely. I meditate and focus. Then others now just I'm thinking my daily life and recite quickly. Not like that. It doesn't mean like this, okay? But as much as you can visualize, but maybe compared your, which is mean you are now completing or you are reciting, then maybe it's just imagine, through imagine, just when you Dorji Senpa, okay, Dorji Senpa, you visualize Dorji Senpa. During you recite, I don't know, maybe 721 or something like that time. During that time, you like nectars also like drop. But that's still as much as you can do. Then you go through. Uh, Maybe it's okay. I mean, this is like first our level, and also secondly our situation. We can't do much more than that. So maybe it's for a while we are doing like this way. Then maybe one day, if we have a long life, maybe one day we have more opportunity to practice more time. And also, it's surely one day our mind is more stable. Then it's more clear, more easy to visualization, meditation. That times maybe it's even short times, not, maybe not very difficult. So that's the question of we are getting used or not, I think. So first of all, getting used this, then it's maybe what is your question like? Same like your questions. First, the focus, main meditation focus is which is your main now reciting. You are what is you are completing. Then others maybe you meditation, your visualization, but it's not very precisely to through all of them. Okay, that's one the answer your questions. Also, maybe it's not. This is maybe it's necessary for the others also. Where we are now. Oh yes, now it's when you recite this the second step. We recite this sixth syllable Om Banja Satohun. Then you also the visualize or different 5 different colors, full of colors in this sentient beings. Then when you touch all the sentient beings, then you purify all their sentient beings' negative actions and the obscurations, and also sufferings and habitual tendencies. So all these like you cleaned up through this power or through this the lights. Then all the sentient beings become the Vajasarva. Also, of course, this environment you have to think that times universe with this old Vajasarva who's living, who's dwelling the place world. This universe is become the pure land of the Vajasarva. This is important. All beings like within the all beings like transformed into like white Vajasarva, yellow Vajasarva, red Vajasarva, green and like blue Vajasarva. Then they also recite on Banjasato. Not only you, they recite. Full of our world is the sound is on Banjasato. Everywhere, full of this sound. The sound is a spatial, nice. A voice is very nice, very clear. That is we call the visualization. Establish the connection through which you will attain the rupakaya and benefit yourself. The others benefit others, because before you received from Buddha's Bodhisattvas, and now these times from your this because you received the blessings and the powers, extra samadhis, everything from Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. Now this is going from you to the others, this touch other beings. Then other beings also become like Vajrasattva. That's why this is like benefit the others. We call it benefit others. So this is in the our short Ngondro is this is like through the strength of praying with the four the powers complete. That is very, very important. Very, very important. When you confess, confess something, you purify something. So it's very important with four powers. This is we already studied, like power of support, psychology, sempa, these things. And then dorsum yami osha, then Vajrasattva with the consort is melt into light and dissolve into yourself. That time you are become the Vajrasattva. Only dorsum so our body is like a crystal Vajrasattva alone. So now it's no consort. And also the 6 syllables mantra in our heart center. Visualize the light radiance go out. Then first is go out the 10 directions Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, we said, yes. Then come back and receive ourselves. This is like benefit ourselves. Then is again the second step to go out. Is touch all the beings. Then is again come back. This is like a benefit for the others. Then on Bandhasato, in our short Ngondros, the environment and the beings dissolve into the 5 families of Vajrasattva, which is dissolved into me. Now this is a dissolution or dissolution. When you, okay, maybe I will read this one also. I melt into light, which dissolves into Om and so on, gradually going around to the right circle. And then into home, I rest in the state of non-conceptualization. These questions come here maybe. Afterwards, I practice appearances, emptiness, deity, mantra, and samadhi. Okay, that is come here. Anyway, now we recite as much as you can do, maybe 1,000, 10,000, or 100. Anyway, the most important, if you can do, like whole totally completely visualization go through. During that time you recite, because first it takes a little bit time to visualize those things, right? So then when the end of visualization, now it's dissolution. What we have to do, so first you think all the environment, our world is like dissolve, which is into the universal, our universe. This is like whole universe, which is dissolve into the Vajrasattvas. The many Vajrasattvas we already visualized. Yes, all the beings become Vajrasattvas. Then this is all the Vajrasattvas also is dissolved slowly is dissolved to yourself. First, the environment or the outer world dissolve into the Vajasarva's inner being, which is transformed already Vajasarvas. Then Vajasarvas also dissolve to ourself. Now it's only one Vajasarvas. Yes. Then is ourself also ourself also melt into light from the outside inwards. Slowly that light dissolve into the Om. Now it's only the syllables left. Okay, I think it's this questions from here. So about this one, only is Om. Om slowly now is the circle. Yes, the how to say like clockway also. Om is dissolve and banzar. Banzar is like sa. Sa is do. Do is the Hong Shakya. In Tibetan we call it Hong Shakya. Hong Shakya. Now finally is the middle one. So I thought maybe this is it's useful. That's why I wrote this morning. I wrote this one. Oh, this is difficult too. Okay, this one is for example, Om Ah. The final is only these letters left. So first the Shakya is the all is dissolve this one. Then the slowly Ah. This is slowly also dissolve Hako. Then also dissolve is this is like Tsering. Good? Oh, difficult to. Okay, this is the finally we call this Nanda. Nanda is this one. You know, there's some like sharp one, round going sharp. This we call Nanda. Until the Nanda, you visualize dissolve. Then Nanda is despair. For a while, it's despair. This is we called like dissolve into simplicity, free from any concepts and elaboration. You remain there relaxed in that state for a while. How long, as much as long you can stay that state. That's like how to say it, the meditation state. That's very, very important. This is to be called like in Tibetan, is something like we, how to say, we remain or we meditate without the concepts and elaboration. Emptiness, you can say like. But that times you stay in that state. It's very, very important. As much if you have time, even you can stay there like 1 hour. That is very good also. Or if you can't, then like a short time, you try to stay on this meditation without any concepts, thoughts. That's important. Then, okay, we just break in 15 minutes. Then we again start.